Almost a year after President Joe Biden visited the city of Belvidere to announce the Stellantis plant would reopen, another well-known politician is expected to stop in the city of Murrells later this week. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, UAW President Shawn Fain, and Region 4 Director Brandon Campbell will hold a political rally this Friday, October 11th. The visit is on the heels of Stellantis' latest action. It filed a lawsuit warning the UAW that the union will breach its contract with the auto manufacturer if workers go on strike. Stellantis denied a request from UAW leaders to restore a job bank benefit for employees affected by the idling of the Belvidere plant. This is Fain's second visit to Belvidere in 3 months, according to a UAW Local 1268 President Matt Franson. The event starts at 10 in the morning and should last about an hour.